guys? Charles from Team COG coming at you guys here with another test hand video. This time we're taking the gnomes on the boat to the Plunder Patrol themselves. So remember guys, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please remember at the end of the video, give us a like and a subscribe. Also guys, please also remember if you guys enjoy the playmat that we are playing on down below, check out the link in the description and get your Gearsu Rising playmat now. They're really going quite fast, so I recommend hopping over and getting yours while supplies last. And if you guys also check out the World Legacy World Heroes playmat while you're there. But we're going to be taking Plunder Patrols. I've been hitting this deck really kind of hard because I really actually kind of like it. I took it to one remote duel locals. Did better than I've done previously. And I plan to take it one more time just because that seems to be like kind of my theme I've been going with. I choose a deck, take it to 2 remote duel locals, and base experience and stuff off of that, and I think I'll just cycle through all my decks while doing this. I think I did Crusadia, Plunder, probably have Math Mech or Fire Fist or something. I even put in the order actually for mutants, so do keep your eyes out for a mutant profile and all the mutant test hands and stuff like that. We'll probably take mutants to a remote duel locals. But as you can see here, I'm going to end up using the Whitebeard and the Angler to make Risen, summoning out the Redbeard. And then, coincidentally, we have another, I forget what we do here, to be honest. I'm kind of, so we Pod Desires, probably a misplay here is Desiring. I should have probably used Emblem to go ahead and get, not Emblem, Shipping to grab the Emblem straight from the deck, but I, for some reason, didn't. And as you guys can see there, the Emblem's right there. So I only played 2 Emblems because I think that is the correct ratio to play. And I kind of reap what I sow here. And we draw Shipping, and another Desires. And that's just, you know, out of all the times of playing this deck, I think this is the first time I can actually tell you that I've drawn Desires off of Desires. And, so it's definitely a hard feeling drawing Desires. But for the most part, Plunder's going second. You know, it's based on what your opponent has, the attributes they have. So going first, I'm kind of playing like they always have me an attribute, and I kind of showcase like the different attributes if they have them, what you can go into and something like that. But right now, we just kind of can't do anything. So during their turn, we can potentially fire off the Redbeard into a list if they have a light, or we could fire it off into a Morik, that was Brawn, excuse me, fire it off into Brawn, go into Morik, and we have a live interruption with the Shipping in hand. But that'll do it for test hand number 1. So yeah, so I ended up picking up mutants last night, which will be pretty, I'm hoping will be pretty interesting. Been watching Team Sam's build, and I apologize for the shakiness of the video. I actually got a new boom arm, and I sadly have to equip it to my table directly, which was not, I totally didn't even think about that. So I didn't even kind of calculate the shaking a little bit. But anyway, we kind of open a little bad here, not gonna lie. Opening double booty, effective Ayla, and Redbeard, so we pitch the extra booty in our hand. And I honestly, I don't know, I think I go for the golden here because I think that's my best bet. Or maybe I go for Bluebeard, because in that case, Bluebeard can at least get me to a Blackbeard. And Blackbeard's like the one thing you want to do with this deck no matter what. And like anybody out there who's playing less than 3 Blackbeard, you're a madman. Like I plow through so many Blackbeards throughout like the grind game, like you have to play 3. But if you're out there playing 2, you go, man, you go. But we're gonna grab golden hair here, and I've actually took an interest, or I've peeked at the Phantom Knight builds that exist out there, and all the lists I've seen, brought to you by Sanctum Yu-Gi-Oh! And Jamie the Kid 00. They all cut like the powerful spells such as like Emblem and Shipping, and I really can't bring myself to do that. I would potentially try to fit the package in without cutting those cards, because Emblem is not Emblem, excuse me. Emblem is powerful, but Shipping is just bonkers, and I don't think it's correct to do the to cut it for the Phantom Knight engine, but I digress. But right here, we're only able to get to a Blackbeard, but Blackbeard can get us into a Brawn, you know, depending on our turns to draw a card. So we have technically 2 forms of interruption with the hand trap and the Shipping. But if we were able to go into a list in this hand, we'd be able to fire off from the port. Right here, I'm guessing I'm going to show it. We'd be able to negate something with list, equipping the Redbeard, searching, and then being able to use list to special the Redbeard, and to Shiver Me Timbers, fire a volley at our enemy like that. So it just goes to kind of show like how the deck can really snowball. But I really have been enjoying this deck. Another deck that I hopefully will be bringing you guys next week is the Math Mech. I actually even been collecting those cards, and that deck is actually quite crazy on how, like, I'm actually quite blown away on how resilient the deck is to hand traps and how, like, you do not have to use your normal summon quite a lot. But if you guys are noticing, I'm just cutting and taking the top 5 cards and put them into the bottom and then drawing my 5 cards. That is a remote duel thing. And if you guys are interested in joining remote duels, put a comment down below and I'll definitely get you guys hooked up here to Core TCG. It is just an awesome time. And this hand, guys, this hand right here is so funny. Because you guys will just have to see it. So I revealed Danger Nessie because, you know, cryptids are my favorite thing, and also because they have straight synergy with the Plunder Patrol. So I ended up rolling a 1, hitting, shipping, summoning out the Nessie, drawing a card, and I draw into Snake, I believe. So then I reveal Snake. Gonna go ahead and see if my own sniping skills are good. Signifying that that's number 1. I roll a 1 dice again, hit the other second shipping, special out the Snake, draw into a Jackalope off of that. So all 3 dangers drew into each other, which is quite crazy. But as you guys can see, it just kind of filter out my hand. And like, right now, I kind of contemplate even using the danger Jackalope. I could have just normaled the Bluebeard in my hand to make a Blackbeard, but instead I decide to do something else. I decided to do it this way, but I just practically saying like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is like what I'm rolling for. Special out Jack, draw again, and thinking about what I need to do here. And I do actually have a crazy play. I ended up, like, I drew Foolish Burial of Goods. I actually cinched Shipyard, and this is why Shipyard and the shipping is so important. I almost lost my train of thought there. So we'll banish shipping to equip a Whitebeard. And, like, remember, guys, we didn't even open with Whitebeard in our entire hand whatsoever. But shipping and Shipyard allows us to get that Whitebeard to our hand. So we activate Shipyard, bouncing back the Whitebeard, and then we have like even further plays we can do. The only bad thing about the danger lineup that I'm playing currently is the fact that none of them are the right levels. I've maybe even considered playing Mothman just because of how, you know, Mothman is the correct level. But I make Blackbeard here as is the deck's main goal to do, and I think I see the potential to flip over the Shipyard, which would allow me to pitch the Whitebeard to search out like whatever piece I'm missing and summon out Redbeard, so then I could have potentially 2 forms of eruption, because the dangers are sadly just sitting there not doing anything else, and now I'm locked into Plunder monsters. It would be really nice if Konami would give like Plunder Patrol a Link 3, or, you know, something just a little bit more, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so there's Redbeard gonna touch down. So yeah, so it's, you know, not really, essentially I have just a bunch, I have like a wall of dangers and then like 2 forms of interaction, which is not totally bad in everything, but, you know, if you're playing against some other decks, like Dragoon pops out, Dragoon can just totally blow this board away. But, you know, gotta love the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So we'll tag out here, just signifying that the Blackbeard tags out into a list, draws us a card. We draw into Pot of Desires, I believe. And we have the list is live for negation, and then we can, like, the Redbeard can tag out into like whatever other attribute they have, which isn't too bad per se. So again, guys, I'd like to go ahead and apologize for the shakiness of the camera. I didn't even think about it being connected to my table. So as you guys can tell, I'm not really being super gentle. It's not until I was editing the video that I realized this, and this video was such a pain to kind of get uploaded, because I've been trying to, like, I just can't even describe like how much of a pain it was. I've been trying to edit it and then move it, and then I've had to, like, it's just a hassle, but I made it work. Going in here and doing the totally awesome play, and Toad actually is a very good card, because even if you happen to not have any plunders in your hand, and you make Blackbeard, if you Toad negate first, you get a plunder back to your hand, and then that makes your Blackbeard, whatever you tag into, live immediately, not relying on the Blackbeard draw, which is really important. So I pitch the booty, and go ahead and link into Blackbeard. So currently, at the current standpoint of this hand, I have 3 interruptions available with Blackbeard, Toad, and Ash Blossom in hand. And it can potentially be more because if I happen to tag out on the Blackbeard here and draw into another form of hand trap, but we're just going to say for the sake of it, I draw into Nessie. Or excuse me, I go into Brawn, not Liss, etc. Excuse me. But if I go into Liss here, it's one of those situations where once I negate something with Liss, I can add, and then Redbeard will equip, and then I can use Redbeard to bring out the... Or excuse me, Liss to bring out the Redbeard, which then Redbeard is another form of interruption. So a potential 3 interruption hand turned into a 4 interruption hand, depending on, you know, what your opponent does. But a lot of times they are lights that we put in the graveyard, which is, you know, it's pretty good. And almost every deck out there is abusing hella Fibrax, so you are going to be able to get to Blackbeard even if you just have like Whitebeard or Redbeard. But I haven't really changed anything with the list. I've been, like I said, I've been looking into the Phantom Knight side of it, but I've not really been sold on that yet. And still, you know, very iffy on it. But it seems we get Desires, Nessie, Booty, Redbeard, and the fantastical new Plunder Patrol Golden Hair. They're banishing 10, revealing the top card being an Ash by accident. And you just need to play Pot of Desires in the deck as well, just because it's so good. I heard a very interesting in the Plunder Patrol Facebook group about playing Pot of Extravagance, and to each their own, I will say, to each their own. Drawing 2, I draw into another Desires for another time. This is like so crazy because even after playing like X amount of games and test hands with this has never happened except for this one video, which I think is very interesting. You find some rare treasures when you're at sea, me mateys. And those rare treasures is drawing into each of the dangers one after another, and then drawing Desires off Desires twice. But we're going to actually do something interesting. We're going to use Plunder Golden Hair's effect, pitching Nessie to summon the Golden Hair, allowing us to add the Snake. And we are not locked into Plunders yet because we only get locked when we use Golden Hair's Graveyard effect. But I think right now is the perfect time to fire off the Snake because my hand's just kind of really good. Now looking at it, I see I could have used shipping to fuse into Liss and then equip the Liss. I actually I kind of can't believe I kind of missed that play because I always shoot for Liss no matter what. But it is what it is. That's also why I don't like the Phantom Knight version, since you don't play like shipping, you lose the ability to hard make Liss, and Liss is outside of Blackbeard is like the best extra deck monster you have. But rolling ones here, guys. This guy's showing you why I can never win a dice roll when we play remote duels. Drawn for Snake, getting another Redbeard. And still, even here, I still think I should have gone the other route instead of doing this route. I guess I was just blinded by the dangers and my goal to hunt them. But since we haven't normal summon, we can normal summon the Redbeard. So then, technically speaking, we have 2 interruptions. I believe we set Booty, and Booty can bring back something to kind of chum block if we so need to, and can actually level, or attribute manipulate here. Which is really good because just having the ability to attribute manipulate makes both Redbeard and Blackbeard become whatever we want them to. So, again, doing the remote dual cut. Guys, I cannot even tell you how beautiful this playmat is. I recommend you guys getting yours while you can, because like I said, the Zone 1 they've been going really fast. I think we only have like 4 or 5 left, and then like the World Legacy World Heroes playmat is still available. So I recommend getting there because that's what this is right now is the cloth playmat, and it is just, the material is just great. But we're going to use Shipyard out of it since I'm done selling out here myself. We're going to use Shipyard, pitching Shipyard to probably grab, and this is a very interesting play I think in my part because I really want to use, I was torn between Golden Hair and the Bluebeard because of what I wanted to do. I was thinking, Bluebeard gets me something, but I also wanted to use Salvage in my hand, just something. It was definitely an interesting confliction between either using the Salvage as discard fodder or, like what I want. I couldn't really entirely tell what I wanted. Even then I was going for Bluebeard, but I think I decided to go for the Golden Hair. I was really struggling with this decision because, sometimes you have to value your Plunder negates and the hand traps in your hand. Do you want to get rid of the hand traps in order to have Plunders in hands, etc.? But I think I do finally decide to go for the Golden Hair. And a fun fact, you can use you can use Shipyard to even if you already have one active, to reset itself. which is very cool. So you can get like a little loop going with Shipyard. But you can only use it once per turn, but you know, you do get that. So I summon Golden Hair, pitching the Matey. Matey equips itself. I use the effect of Shipyard and Grave, bounce back the Matey to set it. Normal summon Matey. I decide to overlay here for Totally Awesome. Well, excuse me, Bahamut Shark. Detaching Golden Hair, because I haven't used Golden Hair's graveyard effect. To grab myself the Toad, who is awesome. The Awesome Toad. And then I can use the Grave effect of Golden Hair by pitching one of the 2 cards in my hand. And currently, I think the best option I have is to pitch the Ash Blossom, because if I pitch Salvage, I just kind of don't get anything. I kind of lose. Oh, maybe I do. Never mind, I correct myself here. So I end up pitching the, there we go, pitch the Ash Blossom. Link into Blackbeard, the captain of the Plunder Patrol. It is really like one of the best cards in the deck for sure, but I really wanted to get the utility and the massive advantage that Salvage would give me. And salvaging here, grabbing the 2 cards, the Matey and the Golden Hair from the graveyard, which makes what, no matter what I tag into with Blackbeard with, will be live. But thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a pleasure. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Charles from Team COG, signing out.